Alright, so, it's been 2 weeks since the last time I streamed. I was just on vacation, so I haven't been around my computer and stuff. But the last thing I did before I headed out for vacation, like literally the last thing, like 15 minutes before I headed out for vacation, I threw up what I currently had done as like a feedback version to Itch and Newgrounds. And they're playable there now. But the number one feedback I got back was that it was like extremely laggy, like sometimes unplayably so. Um, so I guess the approach is we're gonna try and see if the profiler can tell us why, like if there's any reasonably low-hanging fruit to fix there for just like some free performance. And then when we sort of ironed out all the like free optimization performance, then we just need to like parameterize some things, like again, like the MSAA, the multi-sample rate, uh, and maybe put it at like a lower value, but then make it controllable in game so it can be even lower for more performance. Which like might start to look bad, but who cares? Looking less good is, if that's what it has to be playable, then like that's what's gotta be. But I think there are probably some like pretty bad. I should be like messing around playing over this. I haven't played this in a while. There are some pretty bad things, I assume, that can be pretty easily fixed. Because, like, let's be real, computers are powerful. It's 2024, and like all this is doing is like 2D graphics with some minor shaders. And even though there are like some decent screen space shaders doing stuff, the base resolution is only like 1200, 1280 by 720, and then like it's just getting scaled other than that, I think. So there's no reason it should be like a problem for the average person's computer, as it appears to be. I think some of the calculations around, oh, that's a weird camera angle thing. Some of the calculation, notice calculations related to this Vine, just like the updating geometry, could be pretty expensive. I believe it's being done every frame. So I'm sure there's room in that script for some pretty easy optimizations. Or I would hope so, at least. I guess we'll see. So yeah, I guess that's it. I don't have anything like specific I'm looking for here. So let's, I can probably just get right into it. I don't know if I'll go like the same amount of time I usually go to 9, just because I got a few like remainder cleanup things related to my finishing up my trip. But anyway, that should be fine. Just trying to get back into it. Make sure I don't lose the habit of streaming dev every week. All right, so starting with profiling. So what do? We open up under analysis, I think, profiler. And then turn on the deep profiling. And clear and play. Alright, yeah, so let's jump around a bit, see if we can find any performance spikes. Because the part of the problem is, I don't think it seems to run fine on my, like, you know, my pretty fast computer. I mean, there we can take a look at that spike right there, but like it's not really too much of a spike. I wish there was a button that would just like take me to like local max. See, but even in this, yeah, it's just like, so I'm gonna go back here. So this would be like the heaviest frame I can see, but it's just like internal render camera stack. So it is a large part. I mean, I guess a large part. We're down to 1 millisecond, I guess, but that's still in this context like 20-ish%, maybe 15 to 20% of the frame. So it's saying on scene culling on will render object. I wish I could. This is checking like if it's this is checking whether to check whether this like really complicated geometry thing should be culled. But I know in the context of the game, I just basically never want it to be culled. Unless I guess is it culling stuff off screen? But is there any way I could tell it that in like the render settings of the thing? Doesn't seem like it. So I'm reading that it's basically a misleading function name, that this is regenerating the geometry if necessary. And I guess it is necessary because the inputs would have changed. So basically, I'm like reading the. Oh, whoops! I accidentally hit my mic. I just realized this post I'm reading is so old. It's from like 2015. But yeah, basically what I'm understanding is probably that there's reports of this like dynamic sprite shape stuff, um, like regenerating tons of allocations and stuff every frame. Um, and that I imagine is going to lead to certain systems to like run out of memory. Although it doesn't seem like the memory usage is increasing significantly. Oh, wait, there's a good spike. Let's pause. So is it the same thing we were seeing before? I mean, 2 milliseconds rebaking the mesh here. And then I guess we can look at. Ugh. Yeah, I mean, I feel like as long as. For starters, I think I saw something in here that I don't need, that I'm probably. Somewhere where I'm telling it to bake the collider, so like getting rid of that can maybe help. But it seems like just as a part of its render loop, it's gonna check if like its hash data has changed. So that's like literally anything. And since I'm moving the endpoint every frame, it will have changed, and so it'll be constantly rebaking this mesh. Okay, I guess it's better to look at jumping around than what's it called? The other thing, the profiler. But yeah, I'm wondering if like we're seeing slightly more spikes later in the level, so maybe because that would make sense if anything is like scaling with the amount of points in the vine and stuff. However, not seeing anything that bad. Oh, whoops! I was looking at one specific function. I had an incorrect picture. It's fine though, because we have a 9-second thing here. This is weird. There's like a raycast for the mouse. I guess maybe I clicked. I mean, it's only 2 milliseconds. That's maybe not, right? That's the whole input system. So we probably don't need to look at that. We probably look at the next thing. Okay, yeah, and it's this sprite shape grower. Okay. I mean, technically, I don't think this is the right place to look. Because, like, yeah, we can say technically this is using the most, like, this is the most expensive update function in the thing, but it's not even a full millisecond. It's like 0.1, half a percent of the total. And Cinemachine, again, sure, it's heavy comparatively, but a quarter of a millisecond. That's not. I think it's the same thing as it's this baking of the sprite shape. Um, that is like this is the only contender that is expensive in like an absolute sense. So but I'm not sure what to do about it. I guess as a start we could say like what if we only like do something every other frame or something? Does that um is it such like a noticeable difference? Let's find out. We want to see A, is it such a noticeable difference, and B, does it like lead to an appreciable change in this value? So we can say like just I don't know, wouldn't necessarily do it this way. We can say S frame update counter uh, if plus plus frame update counter is greater than 3. It is, or I say less than 3. We early out. And if we don't do that, we'll reset this counter and continue on. So we'll only, this should make it such that the vine only updates positions once every 3 frames instead of every frame. I don't know. It's slow. Oh, you know what? I need to triple the speed if I'm gonna do this. I'm like, yeah. Uh-oh. This has made it off somehow. There's a thing if it's like too liberal with the like the platform activator, like it's just checking for distances, so if it can like potentially jump past. We just didn't make it like more forgiving. It's no big deal, really. It would just manifest and maybe like it's starting to spawn slightly sooner. Like, who cares? Huh? Still nothing. Okay, so this must have... There must be some, like, mismatch of, expectations here. What if I made it, like, twice as big as it was? So that shouldn't even matter if you overshoot it. But, I mean, if I'm not being clear about the problem, it's like the physics problem, right? Where if the star is like here, where I used to be here, and then here, and then here or whatever, now I'm just here and then here. And so like at no point am I within the acceptable distance. We're seeing, yeah, the same problem. Did I make it worse? I feel like it is hitting less and less. Okay, let's just be real, like, is something broken? Let's make it 15. The whole thing should appear like right away, way ahead. Seems like it's still missing one. Okay, but it is actually a thing of distance. But, and it also has no, I think it has, I wasn't looking that closely, but I think it should have performance benefits as well. I think I was seeing like 200 FPS on my test setup. But I don't know why it's missing the first thing. Yeah, I mean, I don't like this, I gotta think about a way to... I'm cutting it out in a stupid way, I think. I did a quick dumb thing to check some stuff, and you know, we should hop back. Well, let's do one more run through and confirm that this is actually like having an appreciable difference on frame time. I think it was. But I mean, I guess I'm still seeing 8 most frames. You know, I'm not sure if I might be missing. Am I really getting to the heart of the issue here? What if we make like a development build instead? And use the actual build profiler. Cause I don't know, I guess I'm already not seeing it too much in my I'm not seeing it too much in my my own computer running the build. But maybe there's a difference involved with it being a build, you know? And I also just went and got my lower powered laptop from the other room. So I might be able to, I mean, I won't be able to, only be able to stream the profiling probably, but I might be able to figure out what's going wrong there. Alright. Not seeing the profiler connection. I think I need to just do the standalone one instead. Alright. Look, is it seeing it? Doesn't seem like it. Maybe I need to relaunch it. Okay, I'll try that. You know, while this is building, let me, I didn't need to rebuild. I thought it was going to be cached and super fast. But in the meantime, I'm like dealing with my other laptop here. We can see if I can reproduce the performance problems. It thinks it's auto-connected. Oh, there we go. We did it. Or I guess you can't see, but I can. That the profile is connected to the actual game now. Alright, so let's go into real game. And sure, I see a spike when we first start up, but that's to be expected. You know, he's... Oh, whoops. Let's see, I'm seeing some like pretty severe spikes. Let's stop. What's going on here? 450. This is our problem right here. Or it's at least a significant problem. Down and down we go, but I think we know what we're going to find. We're going to find... He said camera matrices. What? What? How can this be? Yo, are you... Oh, I never paused the game. Whoops. And there's some null reference exception? I don't know what the deal with that is. But what the heck is this? $450 milliseconds? That's almost half a second of matrix multiply buffer.mem copy? Oh, it's saying this is a fragment of the profiler. Huh. I wish I could know where this is coming. I get set camera matrices. It doesn't. Oh, I spelled it. I was like, it doesn't even come up because I spelled matrices wrong. Set. But now I did spell it right and it did not come up. I don't know. I'm tempted to just write that off as like a fluke. But it is happening with a fair amount of frequency. I was so sure when I got to the bottom there what I was gonna see was, I'm wondering what this null reference exception is as well, but I was so sure what I was gonna see was the bake mesh of the vine. Again, more null reference exceptions on that. I don't know what that is. Oh, and now we're getting no platform activator. Again, yeah, just I'm getting like, I'm seeing, at least on my own computer, like 200 FPS most of the time. And this is like, ooh, there's a, goes too fast. The problem is most of the frames are going so fast that I'm missing some of these spikes, but here's one. Aha! Oh. Transform set position? This can't be right. Oh, someone else is seeing the exact same thing as me. No, I don't know. It's only registering one call. I think I just have to... I just don't believe it, basically. I don't know if it's useful to dig into it, because I think it's... Ooh, what is this? It's saying 48 and 97. That, oh, this is the wrong script. It's this one. I don't know what the deal with that is, and it looks like it's growing just fine. But it's not activating, I guess. Regardless, what I was really interested in was, are there any frames that are hitting harder? I mean, I am... It just seems fake. Like the thing that happens to be getting like 90% of the camera time doesn't seem correct. Anyway, I'm pulling... I wonder what I have to do to make this a profile target. But I want to at least see first if I can reproduce on my weak laptop here the extreme performance stuff. Oh yeah, it's pretty bad. Yeah, and you know what? There's probably something. It makes the people. I think the complaints about slippiness as well are like probably tied into delta time instead of fixed delta times. I mean, like I'm like playing through the game. But yeah, basically the laggier it is, the slippier it is as well. So I think the sort of well, the things I'm seeing about performance and controls go hand in hand. Okay. So the answer is yes, we can repro it. But I guess what we need to do now is switch to a WebGL build and see if we can repro it in the WebGL localhost. And great if we can. If not, then we're going to look into how do we do it on a computer, and then I'll put a development build on like some private link and go play that and attach to that hopefully. Alright, so let's switch to WebGL. But I'm pretty sure what we're gonna find is just this. What if we... I was talking about being imprecise in doing this. I think this is slightly closer to what we want. Get rid of this. So it's still growing, but it'll only actually move the point of the actual geometry every other frame. It's definitely noticeably choppier. But I don't think it's like terrible enough that this couldn't be a quality setting. Anyway, let's see if we can observe any issues in the WebGL localhost build. I mean, I guess I probably should be looking at this because I'm pretty sure it's this, but I would really love that confirmed. feel like did not launch localhost for me. So I missed something. No? Try again. See an issue tracker for it here, but sucks 'cause I'm like, on the one hand, I get so much nicer behavior out of these like built-in Unity components like the sprite shape package. And when you compare it to something like what I was doing before, which would be something, oh cool, localhost worked. Oh, dang it. Site lock. Well, it's good to know my site lock works. Pretty sure, allow localhost. Alright. Alright, let's try again. Oh, whoops, I tried to close the external profiler and it closed Unity. But yeah, like I was saying, before I was like gonna make individual sprite sections and like swap them out with my own script. And that would have been, easy to understand, efficient, just rendering normal ass sprites. But it's definitely they definitely get a much better look with this sprite shape package, but it's just like I'm left to just sort of like the mercy of whatever documentation happens to exist. When I'm trying to like make it faster or figure out whether or not like my usage is likely to cause problems. So I don't know, you get something better, but when something goes wrong, it's like almost harder to fix. All I see is I see like some people describing an issue similar to mine in like the Unity issue tracker. And like it's marked as fixed and they're like, what's the deal? It's not actually fixed for me. Alright, we're allowed through. But are we seeing a profiler? I am not. So let's maybe launch the standalone profiler. And the IP would be this, I guess. It's target machine actively refused the profiler connection. Really? Well, that's unfortunate. Does have development built. And I told it to auto connect the profiler. I guess, I mean, for starters, I'm not even seeing. Oh wait, no, I'm seeing some of the lagginess. It's definitely laggier than the Win32 version, but not to the same extent I was seeing on my other computer. I wonder if there's some way to like artificially limit the various parts of my system. Wait, this is not what I want. This is what I want, right? Nope, didn't work. And just looking for more information, there's one thing I want to check. My, oh, god damn it. Oh, wait, no. Didn't do it this time. Nice. Alright, on my Vine sprite shape. What's what I was looking for? I was looking for the, like the prototype. Maybe it isn't a prototype, maybe it's just in the game. Sprite shape Vine, alright. Wondering. I guess I could, for starters, I could just parameterize this. Detail level. Like, what happens if I go down to low quality? Does it, like, is it noticeably break? I mean, yeah, I guess it's definitely lower quality, but maybe this is fine. I don't know. I think what I need, I think we want to just like take these things we've been noodling around with, parameterize them in the quality settings, like I talked about at first, and then see if this make a significant difference, by the way? Huge difference, yeah. We're up to like a regular 250 FPS, it looks like. So, yeah, I guess I think the play is... we've sort of, in going through stuff, we've identified a few different like possible pain points here. Mostly related to Vine generation and stuff I already know about related to graphics config. Specifically, the most noticeable thing is going to be the MSAA, the multi-sample anti-aliasing that basically does extra samples to make effects like glow look better, smoother, and less flickery. But it's probably cranked up too high right now. And we can also control some of the things we've been dealing with in code. Like that Vine update cooldown, like the quality setting on the sprite shape controller. We can just like update that on awake. So yeah, I think we'll like skip past this because we're Like I guess I can't remember if I got to the end of my ramble, but once once I parameterize these things, I then go run a development build on my other computer, and I'll just like see, okay, if I put it on low, are we back to good performance? Oh, and I guess I should add the note that we figured out that like more slippery when laggy. Hunt down delta times, be sure they're fixed. But yeah, once I can just like say like, okay, let me go to medium, let me go to low, and do we get good performance on medium or low? And if we do, is it of acceptable visual quality? Do we have to look elsewhere? Do we need to design some stuff? Um, and then once we have those like 3 different buckets, I can also like take the time to actually set up external profiler properly. And I can say like, okay, laptop profile on low settings, profile on medium settings, profile on high settings. What is the actual difference being made? You know, where am I getting the most bang for my buck? And are there wins left to be had on low? Like, what is when we to like chill out a lot of the vine generation parameters for performance reasons? What's left as our sort of heaviest thing? Okay. So anyway, let's make a script. And we'll sort of outline in the script what the plan is. So I'll call this quality level. Okay. So we'll have just low, medium, high, I think. Yeah, you know. Okay, we'll start it on medium. And then awake. And this should probably be the initial quality. Is that not what it is? It's been so long since I've done this. That's what it is, it's just not picking up on it. It's fine. Okay. So we want to set MSAA graphics config generally. Set vine grow params. Is that it? What else would there be? I guess oh right. I'll say set vine grow script params and set vine objects spline params. Okay, so let's look at the graphics config first. I think I go to assets, graphics, config. Whichever one of these says MSAA is what I'm looking for. Okay, looks like this one. I'll look up Unity quality level. Cause yeah, there's this system that exists, but how do I swap? Is there a way for me to? I know I can assign. I know I can assign a quality level to each build, but I'm not sure how I like would hook up a button to switch between them. So where is it? Edit, project settings, then quality. Okay, we can get rid of very low. Can we not? Oh yeah, bam. Low, medium, high is our quality levels. Okay. And then they each point to a they each can point to a different render pipeline asset. So what we can do is we can duplicate it and then change these values like anti-aliasing. Just terrain holes. Huh. So so I'm just like poking around these quality settings. But how do I Unity change quality in script? Oh, there we go. This is what I was looking for. And it's warning me that this will be expensive if I change the MSAA, but that's fine. What do I... Seems like my IntelliSense is not... Is it in its own namespace? What's up? So compiler. What is... Close all this junk. I didn't mean to open that. Okay. Clear. Send. If I try and do that, what do you tell me? It tells me I'm gonna idle for 20 seconds. That's what it has to say about that. Hello? I don't trust it. I'm closing it and reopening it. I'm gonna even task it. Cool. Alright, let's try again. Oh, whoops. Opening another Chrome tab, or Firefox tab. Had that tab steal away the music. Alright, and our IntelliSense is back, which is good. Okay. Say 1. Should be medium. Or I guess I should just do this. Okay, let's actually set up those quality levels. Where we'll say, hey, what's your render pipeline thing? We duplicate this twice, and we'll rename this. We'll leave the original as dash high. This one can be dash med. This last one will be dash low. Why is this so? There we go. I mean, just the text, whatever. So low. This is medium. Go down to 2x. Where's the render scale again? I guess this. It's more resolution, so. And then we'll also use these faster conversions in medium and low. Low, we can probably reduce this as well. 2 times disabled and low. And then if we put this on the game state manager, we can just get our vine and our children. So let's cache our stuff. What is it? Sprite shape controller, MSSC, and then we would also have a private vine sprite shape grower and grower. On awake, we'll find these in our children. Okay. And then I guess we need the ability, well, this is the built-in thing. So now let's just say private void update quality. And our SSC dot, what was it? Thought it was, detail. I'm guessing it's 0, 1, 2. Okay. And grower, we're gonna have to make that thing. It's in the base, it's not in this. And this is, we gotta get rid of the private frame update delay count. Private int Okay. Okay. And then in quality level, we say set a delay to int quality +1. So that will mean 1, which means just every frame on. Oh, wait. We need to invert this. Right? Can be this. Right. So now if it's high, if you're on high, then it'll be 3 minus 2, which means 1 every frame. If you're on medium, 3 minus 1, 2 every other frame. If you're on low, it'll be 1 and 3 frames. And the last thing would be this. So we'll just do it on awake. And for starters, we'll just try and notice a difference. Oh, I guess this, I'm going to put fine for testing, but should not go to default on GSM start. Should only switch when player initiates switch and should start on appropriate default. I don't think I actually hooked up those. I created the other render pipeline configs, but I didn't actually assign them to our other quality levels, I don't think. So let's do that now. Yeah. Medium. Continue. And low. So yeah, for starters, let's just make sure we can, like, this doesn't crash and we can notice a difference. So we'll start it on low. It should be the choppiest vine we've seen thus far, being 1 in 3 frames. And low quality spine. It just does not work. Nice. Okay, why? I think I made this check wrong, maybe? Ah, yeah, it's not incrementing anymore. Whoops. Huh. That's not right. Do you think you're growing? Something about... I think we need to start this at like... I'm not sure. But basically, something about skipping past the start can mess up the spline, I think. So maybe we just need to start this at this. That'll at least make it hit the first frame. What if we just go the other way? There, now we're going the other way. And that means it'll hit the first frame, which I think, wait. No, that was not the problem. Oh, nope, no. I'm wrong. The detail can't be 0, I think. It has nothing to do with that other thing we were messing with. So it's actually quality plus 1. Was that the problem? No. Well, now we have some different crashes. Let's take them one at a time. I have no idea what this problem is. But I guess we can check is, what if we just go to medium? Does it make any difference? Or even high? I immediately get mesh shape has reached limits. Please find... What is this? What? I don't know. I don't understand that one at all. Oh. No, I do. But all right, I think we let's just take it one thing at a time here. So let's just set this to 0 all the time. Still update every frame. I think it must be this one then. I must not be understanding something about how this quality parameter is like converting to an int. Yeah, so if we get rid of that, we're back to being golden. I mean, I have the source, but it's on where are your comments, man. Okay, see? Like, how was I supposed to just know that? I mean, I guess I just need to F12 my way along here. Is this even like accessible to me? Um, I don't know about a better way to do this, but what can you do? Because like it's not gonna convert. I guess I can. All right, it's fucking. What was it? 4, 8, 16. So it's. Yeah, we can do it. It's it would be for left shift int quality, right? All right, we're back. Back. And then what if we restore this? Now that it's no longer suspicious necessarily. Still missing. This first guy is not being spawned for some reason. Right? Oh wait, no, he's there. What happened to this guy? Just never got activated, I guess. It's part of this like activation problem. There's something weird there. Let me. Seems like that shouldn't have anything to do with the. It's always only getting one of the two first ones. I have no idea why. But yeah, okay. Is this on low? I'll hunt that down in a second, maybe. I don't want to. Oh, that was on medium. Let's put it to low and then see if we notice a difference between low and high. That would indicate like it's probably working. Yeah, I definitely noticed the difference in low, even from medium. So then let's head back to high. Well, actually, we should just take a quick, non-official, non-binding type look at the profiler and confirm we see the expectation here that low should be performing a lot better. Yeah, I mean, seem pretty consistent, 250 FPS here. The player loop is, yeah, even the spikes, I'm seeing are up to 8 FPS. So that seems to confirm a pretty nice FPS gain. But what if we go back to high, do we get the full fidelity we had before? Plus, oh yeah, it's definitely nicer. But we're still, what happened to our first platform there? What's going on with that? This is still getting like 250 FPS. I actually don't see that much of a difference here. makes me suspicious. I guess, you know what I can... might be an interesting thing to do is just bark out the properties of the quality stuff from the update here. I just want you to say quality. How about that? Is that enough to give me something? I just want to confirm at runtime that like this actually led to a change being registered. I don't know, I'm seeing nothing. Huh? Is it not? I might not be console.writeline. Is that it? I haven't coded in a while. The site lock should say. Oh, it's debug.log. It's console.writeline in a build. It just says 4. So I think it's actually not changing. Cause... oh wait, maybe it is. Yeah, high is 4. Oh no, you should be on 1. Ba, 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 ba. I just think there's a very real possibility here that I have just identified wrong. The problem. And if I like swap between low, medium, and high on my like weaker computer that's actually experiencing the issue, I don't know if I'm gonna see anything. It might be bound by something else. Okay, yeah, this is registering the anti-aliasing quality is significantly reduced. But however, I think it is weird that I like. I guess maybe at the level of where I'm not like really experiencing issues to begin with, maybe I just like would never see it. Even if it is a difference, you know? The difference between 4 and 3.5 milliseconds is like pretty significant from a relative level, but I would never just be able to eyeball it in a bar graph probably. So I think, yeah, we just continue on with the plan here. Because even if it turns out like, hey, yeah, none of this is making a difference, the low power computer is seeing the same level of sort of performance or a similar level of performance between low and high, then it's still good to have this like framework set up, you know. because then I can just put more things in there. I can, well, what if we reduce this? What if we reduce that? We actually get um, a thing set up. You know, I can just swap in these different things and then go test them out quickly. So we're gonna call this like quality levels, and then I'm gonna add here as like the last thing, probably get into tonight, quality controls. We're gonna go back to our start menu and the options there, and then also the in-game options menu. We're gonna add this like graphics quality thing. It should not be that hard. Famous last words, but I'm pretty confident. Like these sliders were not rough. And it doesn't need to be that pretty right now. So under volume group, I'm gonna add a new empty object called graphics group. I'll put quality group. Copying like the layout here, where instead we'll call it quality header. We probably want to move the header text up a bit, move the audio up a bit, so it's just more space for everybody. And then I guess just 3 buttons. So let's grab our back button as an example object. Call it quality low. Probably can move it down more. Okay, what do I need to? Alright. And then under volume group here, is there like a magic thing? No. Okay, but I will add one here. So I'll go to assets, scripts, UI, new script, quality UI. Actually, I'm thinking about it. I don't know if I need this. Oh, well, yeah, I changed my mind immediately. Yeah, I do. Yeah, what I'll do is, I guess this should just be, there's like, can be a static. And then we'll have an array of text, right? Beautiful. It knows exactly what I want. And on update and text at int quality level s quality level. Oh. Quality is an int +1 because we want to skip the first text, which is the name. And when we say the color is, I don't know, cyan. Sure. And we'll just go through each of them first, then set their color to white. So the appropriate one will get overwritten. And then we'll add our new quality UI component to that parent. And see what happens. It's on medium. Oh, well, I guess none of them are hooked up to actual buttons, which also messed that up. Oh, no, it didn't. So let's hook them up now. Let's make this a prefab so that it can be like really unambiguous that these buttons are like self-referential to their parent. Okay. We should just probably expose. It's fine. Oh, we can't update the quality right away from this context. My laziness came to roost so quickly. I guess we should just confirm it works for now. What we can do is, I mean, we can just kind of continue on the laziness, but whatever. And then There. And then we just hook those up to buttons. Huh? Did it not save? Do they have to be public, maybe? Yeah. Okay. Alright. So now from our main menu, we should be able to observe the current quality level and change it. Let's go to option, say low. I clicked it, but it seemed like nothing happened. Click, click, nothing. Why is that? Is anything crashing? No. Is this actually hitting? Oh. You know, sometimes it doesn't like if you have the prefab open in the scene view. Let's try again. I guess the first time it does this after you enable debugging is going to take a second. Alright. Does not seem like that is happening. Yeah, definitely not. So why? I guess. What? Oh. It has the it's whatever. The instance in the scene was not inheriting the changes to the prefab. It was registering as like unique changes that shouldn't be overwritten. Okay. So we clicked low and it seems like it switched to low. And if we actually start the game, do we observe the yeah, this is low. Still is that weird bug with that first platform not spawning. I don't know what the deal with that is. That's fine. Okay. Oh, we quit the desktop. We should have quit the title. So we'll start, and this will be on medium, I guess. Yeah, it's like a little bouncy. For some reason it missed two different freaking activator platforms. But yeah, I'm pretty sure this is medium. Anyway, let's quit the title. go back to the options, switch it over to high, see if we notice a difference. Yeah, this seems like high. But yeah, something with those frame skips interferes with the activator logic, I think. I mean, maybe instead of doing like distance squared calculations all the time, I think I should just pre-calculate appropriate or closest vine tees to platform activator checkpoint and simply check for close or beyond that T rather than checking the distance of the actual vine point. It's like I drew out in paint. Basically, it's overshooting it, right? Is at least what I'm expecting, and you can you could especially see it on like a 3 skip, right? So say we have this and this, and here we have something like bam, 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 right? That's if we're doing it every frame. I mean, that's definitely exaggerated, but then we say like, okay, this distance here, just do a different color. This distance here is enough to activate. But then, what if we're skipping every 3 frames? Say we do the first one, then we skip. Two skips, and then we're here. Sure, we'll hit this next one. This is good, but this is too much, and obviously this is too much. So I think we're just blazing by the points. But if we take a third approach, where actually you just want this all to be white. Or we use T instead. Even if we skip these 3 frames, we would say like our target T is 0.1 and like this T of 0.07 is not gonna trigger, but this T over here of like 1.7, I don't know, right? Because it would be like 0.17, right? If it's an interpolation, it's greater than 0.1, so you still get the trigger. Anyway, these quality settings appear to work. Who knows? Still very much an open question as to whether they address or will significantly help address the quality system things we're seeing, problems we're seeing on lower power systems. But having a framework to work with should help. All right, but yeah, I was gonna say the next thing I want to do is just have a modified version of that prefab in the in-game options menu, and then check that we can modify the quality at runtime. We don't expect that change to be fast, but that's fine. Like the game is paused, blah, blah, blah. Okay, here's our options menu. Maybe sneak back up there so we just have the more space. Then we can just move this up. And also, we probably want to move these bad boys up as well. And then we look for a quality thing. And then we just like slightly mess with these values. Which I think just means decreasing the size, some stuff. Probably move this up. And we can have it go a lot more in as well. Okay. Should be good. Let's rehide that and then go into the game. Kind of want a little bit more breathing room here. I think we have room to work with. Yeah, you can see in that bend, I think, clear we switched over. Then you can try high as well. Yeah, I think this works. I feel like I should have put in something. I mean, you can see the spline move. Oh, you can also see the effects of like multi-sampled lighting on the like the bends in the tile. Interesting. I'm pretty sure that worked. And yeah, this definitely feels like low. And then if I go back and put it over to high, yeah, it gets a lot smoother. Okay. Yeah, I think we're good. I mean, we can further check if we go out to the title. We're on high still. Let's say we switch it back to low. We start a new game. What is with the camera sometimes being wrong, though? I'm going to have to add a note of that. Camera sometimes starts too low. Okay, but yeah, I think that's a good starting point. I did want to cut it a little short just because I have some other chores I got to take care of before I get to bed tonight. But yeah, I think this is we didn't really find any like real smoking gun we were hoping to find in our profiling, and I think part of the problem there is I have too like simple and stupid of a profiler set up. What I really need to do is like get a WebGL development build on the worst computer I got and like set up a proper network profiler connection thing. Um, so I can see what's actually happening in a real build on a computer that is getting the significant loss in performance. Um, I do think it's highly likely it's related to my sprite shape usage, how I'm calculating vine stuff every single frame and like regenerating geometry and stuff. Uh, and maybe the parameters we started with today are a good first step towards reducing that performance impact. But I feel like there's no real way to know until we get it properly profiled on a representative machine. So that's what I'm going to be looking at the rest of this week. I would be happy if I could get a version update by the end of this week that that has like basically acceptable performance, ideally even in medium, on the worst computer I've got. Um, just because it's a shame where I'm getting a lot of people taking the time to give it a try and play it and give me feedback, and I'm not getting any like. There are some people whose experience is so degraded by this lack of optimization, by whatever is hurting the performance so badly, that like they don't even give it a real try, or their experience is so ruined that like the feedback isn't very useful to like the gameplay stuff I care more about. I mean, it is useful in that I can't see these performance problems on my main dev computer, so like getting that signal loud and clear by like tons of people out there with like just the average computer or whatever that like, hey, this performs badly for me. That's a very good signal to get, and that's why I'm hopping on fixing it as my first thing. So yeah, hopefully small version update end of this week that has these quality setting changes we worked on today, plus potentially having them connected to more things and things that I actually confirm like make a significant difference on lower resource environments. So that hopefully, if I can get somebody willing to give me the time to try it out and give some feedback, then that person, you know, yeah, once I have convinced them to lend me their time there, then like that's it. I did it. If there's this other barricade of like, well, it doesn't work for me. You want me to go to this other website and download a better downloadable version? It's an unsigned executable, blah blah. I want to reduce the friction that these performance problems are causing, so I can take better advantage of the sort of thoughts and impressions of the people who are giving the game a try. So yeah, hopefully I can do that end of this week. That's it for me for tonight. Have a good night.